Good morning. My name is Morgan, and I'm going to be delivering a speech on the Californian condor. Many people see death in their wings, decay in their faces, and hear the caw of carrion in their calls. The details often overlooked are the power of those wings, the science behind the bald faces, and the meaning of every hiss and croak. In reality, the Californian condor is a majestic addition to the world of birds and one of the oldest. However, they have begun to struggle in the modern world from numerous problems. They are not monsters, but majestic birds who have survived generations filled with struggle and survived against all odds. They hit the endangered species list in the 1980s when their numbers dropped as low as only 25 total birds in the wild. Now, however, they are beginning to make a comeback. According to the Peregrine Fund, the Californian condor has a wingspan of up to 9 feet, while weighing in around 20 pounds. They are scavengers and feed on larger carrion such as dead livestock or deer. Californian condors will travel several hundred miles in pursuit of food if necessary. They are very social creatures and spend the majority of their time roosting and feeding together. As for their reproduction, Californian condors produce a solitary egg every other year. Juvenile condors do not become sexually mature until 6 years of age, which also widens the gap of difficulty they face as many chicks do not reach adulthood and cannot reproduce and continue the species. In the 1980s, when the population dwindled to as low as 25 members in the wild, as many of the 25 that could be captured were brought into captivity and protected. Young condors were raised in a safe environment, prepared for the wild, and then released into the Grand Canyon. According to the Californian Condor Conservation Program, a huge milestone was just recently reached in 2009 when the first chick was successfully incubated and hatched in the wild by its parents in Mexico. The chick was vaccinated, and scientists are keeping an eye on it to ensure as much safety as possible. When the egg hatched, the Californian condor numbers were up to 350, more than half of which are flying free in their natural habitats. The history of the Californian condor is painted with tragedy, and now begins to shine with hope as they make a comeback from the endangered species list. Albeit it wasn't easy, but with human help, mankind begins to mend the damage it first created. The species is slowly making a comeback after a difficult span of years in which it seemed like it was the world against them. While not off the endangered species list just yet, the species should be maintained and eventually thrive for future generations.